Welcome back, Arbor League. Hope you're having a great morning, day, evening, or night, wherever you may be. Thanks for tuning in. But today we are watching some incredibly fun battles I had in the Color Cup featuring a Faux-Fighter Pokemon that I thought might be useful in some niche scenarios, Magmar. Magmar used to be stuck with a mono-type fire moveset, but a couple seasons ago it did receive the fast move of Karate Chop and the charge move of Scorching Sands. Pokemon like Talonflame still wall these moves, but it does give it some nice coverage versus rock and water types. So let's see how it does. Like, subscribe, and turn notifications on, and let's take a look at BUFFED Magmar in the Color Cup. So today we've got the Shadow variant in the lead with Karate Chop, Fire Punch, and Scorching Sands. The Dewgong Double Legacy in the safe swap with Ice Shard, Icy Wind, and Drill Run. Then we got Emolga in the bag with Thundershock, Discharge, and Acrobatics. The rating we have for this team is CCBA. Kind of a crazy team, but it was kind of hard getting Magmar to work. This was the only positive set and the most fun one. So Magmar is a mono fire type, which lifts some of its double weaknesses that Magcargo has, but it is so glassy, especially the Shadow. So we cannot take a hit for shit. As you saw, we just went down to a rock slide from just about full health.
So we are weak to Water, Rock, Ground, Dragon, and Talonflame on the lead.
Adversely, Karate Chop is good against Rock and Dark Pico, so we'll see later how that works. Fire is also good against Grass, Ice, Bug, and Steel, which it also resists. So we've got Emolga up against, they caught an Acrobatics on the Toxapex here, but Acrobatics still does like a solid amount of damage. Discharge probably does a little bit more just because it's super effective, so we outpace him in this match, which is pretty good, but these poison jabs are chunking. Toxapex lives on 2 HP in a dream, enough to get that brine off, but I can let Emolga go down here, no point. Just get some farm with Dewgong, get ahead on energy, get to that Icy Wind before they make a move on the Gastrodon. Now Dewgong is pretty bulky here, and now they're stuck with the debuff because they cannot swap out, but those Mud Slaps are still chunking. So you can see here that last Ice Shard might not take Gastrodon out, shield the potential Earth Power, but they bait, but one more Ice Shard KOs. Now, Magmar's evolution, Magmortar, has Thunderbolt for the Flyers. From Community Day, it shared with Electivire back in the day, and also recently received Karate Chop and Scorching Sands as well. His moveset's a little bit more flexible as well. He's got Psychic and Brick Break. Now the Brick Break gets the debuff. It sounds like we should have done a Magmortar showcase instead, but the Pokemon operate differently, as the evolved forms are more attack weighted versus their unevolved forms are more defense weighted. That's why Pokemon like Vigoroth run the meta sometimes, and they're used in Great League instead of Slacking, or Weeping Belt and Gloom for Grasshole back in the day. Even some Crocola are floating around this cup, but we've got a different Alligator here. We've got Feraligatr not quite getting to that Drill Run, but we've got a Jumpluff coming in, back in, and Jumpluff's pretty bulky here. We only resist the grass moves and the fairy moves. We'll see how much this Acrobatics does. I was really hoping for an aerial ace, but Acrobatics just about KOs Magmar. We are so glassy, but we live on 1 HP in a dream. Get that Fire Punch off and get Jumpluff down into a health range that Emolga can manage. We've still got a shield here, and we resist the grass and the flying, but we've got Feraligatr coming back in, and from this range, the Discharge what gets the shield, but I think after some Thundershocks, yeah, we can KO this Feraligatr, so all we have to do is shield up the Hydro Cannon. But actually, because of the Shadow Claws, I think he's put us down into Energy Ball or Acrobatics range ourselves. Emolga's not the tankiest either, so we get that Feraligatr out of here, and can we make it versus the Jumpluff? Yes, we can. I think from this range, because Electric is neutral, we take out the Jumpluff and take that win. So as I said, it was kind of tough finding decent teammates for Mags. You need a really hard counter to Mud Boys and Firebirds, so fire and water is the core you gotta break. And that's why I like Dewgong. He's just a really safe swap. It's bulky, the ice checks grass, ground, and flying types, and the water neutralizes the ice's weakness of fire. Plus the debuff of Icy Wind is always good, and Drill Run, again a few seasons ago that Dewgong got, you don't get walled against Toxapex anymore, so you can get some super effective damage off there. You can debuff, tank a Sludge Wave better, and then deal some super effective ground damage. You can also flip switch against Talonflame if Brave Birds are shielded correctly, because some people are running the double flying nuke instead of the flame charge, so it's not as much a battle of attack stat conditions than in other matches anymore. So I got this Charger Bug here. They swapped out because they saw fire, but we've got a resisted Karate Chop here, and it's good that we won switch, because we'll have to shield up a Stone Edge, but we get baited here. Again, Emolga's not the tankiest, but we'll see how much this Acrobatics does to Quag. He's kind of bulky. We get the shield. So we cannot try to catch a Stone Edge there, but this match isn't going to go our way. We're going to get taken out by the Aqua Tail. They're going to outpace us to... Actually, no. We're going to get the Acrobatics off here, but as you can see, Quag is pretty bulky, doesn't quite KO. They live on 5 HP in a dream, and unfortunately we're going down to a Stone Edge, not taking this game. Now, Emolga was just me trying to have fun with the game. I didn't want to be like super weak to Morpeko and Talonflame, so I needed a flyer. It is a soft check to the Mud Boys, but as you can see, Body Slams, Aqua Tails still hurt, and definitely Hydro Cannon still hurt. We single resist ground moves, which is forces Quagsire at least to build up to a Stone Edge before making a decision. Acrobatics, like you just saw, doesn't KO, but it does give us a chance to at least like play with the ones and get a shield and let them waste a bunch of energy. It's also a moderate check to Talonflame because the electric takes care of the flying and other waters. So it can also still stand a small chance against Ferrothorn and Credilli, those part grasses as well. So we're gonna lose that matchup. As you saw, Emolga's not the bulkiest versus the Zapdos here. Shield up a potential Thunderbolt, but a Sharpedo comes in. So we're going to lower that attack of the Sharpedo. They have to shield a drone because they are so glassy. And look at the Karate Chops, but look at the waterfalls. We're going to go down here to a Poison Fang, but I wanted to get them into a range that dewgong could deal with and not get Poison Fang back, because this is our last one. We can almost farm down the Zapdos and again have to shield a potential Thunderbolt. They just go for the Drill Peck and get farmed down, and we take that game. So up in the next one here, we've got a water type, so we can deal super effective with that Scorching Sands. Everything else is resisted, the fighting and the fire versus the water poison. How much does Scorching Sands do? Oh, you're no fun. We get a shield from that. So I guess they saw we're Shadow. We can do a bunch of damage. So it's safe swap into the Dewgong. We don't get the attack drop though, so get a Quagsire here. At least we get to the Icy Wind and lower their attacks so that a Stone Edge doesn't KO, but I think from this range like it still might do enough damage. So we are going to shield up the first one because we can get to that second Icy Wind there, and now they are double debuffed. So this gives us a better chance. Oh, we actually get the last shield from them too. So this actually gives us a better chance at winning switch here. So they are stuck with the water ground moveset, so we're going to go for that drone and just try to take them out from this range, but they actually catch on the Toxapex. So you can see here, we're just going to debuff them on the way out. I think that was the CMP tie. They just made the brine, so yeah, it's good that they throw as well, because now we can come in with the Emolga and Thundershock down, but it doesn't KO, but I swap anyways, because they gave up the swap first, and we're able to win CMP with this discharge, which will be taking out the Emolga, or the Toxapex, sorry, but we've got a Mudboy in the back. Now we still have a shield, and we are taking neutral from, or at least single resisted from these Mudsaps, but they're still chunking Emolga. This Emolga is a it's either a hatch or a raid, so it only has like floor of 10 IV, so it's not the greatest. Don't have a trade or a wild one, so we're stuck with this. Body Slam still hurts Emolga there, but we survive getting that discharge off, and I think this takes out the Gastrodon and try to swap into the Magmar just to force them to throw some energy, because we didn't want to get, well, they still need to Tail and Mud Bomb to take them out, but we're really low on both Pokemon here, so this is going to be really tough. Can we make it? Yes, we can! They need two, one for the Emolga, one for the Dewgong, but we get to the discharge, and despite it being resisted, Emolga takes that game. So that was our 4-1 there. Still a fun set to do, getting the Pancham for the reward. The Shadow Magmar in the Color Cup, still kind of a spice pick, as it is a glass cannon, as you've seen, but Mags still does have some play in what's left of Color Cup, as you saw today, and as long as you have a good Firebird and Mudboy counter, this Pokemon was still a ton of fun to try out. Well, we have a couple bonus battles here. I just recorded a couple extra just to try to run into something that, you know, like Morpeko or something. We got a Abomasnow here, pretty good lead for us, resisting everything, dealing super effective damage back, so they retreat into the Kingdra. So we're gonna go, okay, we're gonna swap into Dewgong this time. So I wasn't getting the debuff a lot with the Scorching Sands when I was doing these battles. So we're just going to go straight into dewgong, shield the first outrage, and as you can see here, we'll just get the debuff, farm up a little bit of extra energy before they get to another move. And because of Kingdra's water dragon type, the ice is actually neutral, so it doesn't quite KO. Kingdra's kind of bulky. I've got a shadow, so mine's a little glass here. It's not very good IVs. We'll be able to survive this next outrage, I believe, but they go for the Octazooka. They don't get the debuff either, so they go down to the ice shard. We've still got some energy for that Abomasnow coming back in. The ice is resisted. The energy ball will take us out, but we can get the debuff here, and I think we can outpace the next Icy Wind as well. There's no need to swap back right away. We've got this Abomasnow right where we want it, and if they want to preserve what's left of their Abomasnow, they're going to have to shield this Icy Wind, so it just about takes them out. One more ice shard doesn't. They don't even make a weather ball. So they could have thrown, but that would have been resisted. Chip damage albeit, but we've got a Stunfisk Unovan version coming back in here, taking super effective from the ice, and stuck with a permanent debuff. So the Thunder Sharks are chipping away, but they're going to throw before they get debuffed again, just to get us out of here. But this is going to be an interesting matchup here, because we got a Emolga, so a flying electric versus a ground electric. So the electric is still neutral against us because of the flying type. This discharge, yes, still kind of chips away at Emolga there, and the discharge is double resisted, but the acrobatics is only single resisted. So in this situation, when you're a flyer versus the Unovan Stunfisk, that does actually like a solid amount of damage to Unovan Stunfisk there. So you want to go for the flying move because it is the less resisted move set. Discharge not quite king, but we're going to finish this off with Magmar. I was going to Scorching Sands this thing, but we have to shield a Mud Bomb. We can outpace to the double Fire Punch here, I hope. One for the shield and one for the KO. So I wanted this to be a Magmar showcase, so showcasing Shadow Magmar, taking out the Unovan Stunfisk, and that's going to be a good game because they need another move to take out the Emolga, but Magmar will be taking this game as the opponent lagged out and has seen the writing on the wall, as Homeslight Henry would say, and we take that win. We've got another good lead, another Abomasnow coming in. This time they are not Shadow, so see what they decide to do. They come in with a Alolan Marowak, so we resist the Fire Spins. Look at the Fire Spin, still kind of hurt though. I actually should have gone for that Scorching Sands. I was just trying to catch a Bone Club on the Emolga, but that's not going to work. Now they've built up to a Shadow Ball or Shadow Bone energy, and we still get baited. So there's acrobatics coming through. We're just going to full send. I mean, discharge is still neutral too, but going for the nuke, getting the shield back from the Marowak. So I think this next one, we're getting pretty low, and I think they think we might be in Bone Club range, so I'm not going to shield this one. They do go for the Bone Club. The Bone Club still chips away, but we're able to get to that acrobatics because the opponent get greedy. They could have thrown another Bone Club, but this will warrant another shield from the Alolan Marowak. Getting two shields, I mean, it probably would not have KO'd. Would have gotten them like extremely low though, but we've got two shields here, and then we're going to go into dewgong because we at least take neutral here. I don't think they have Fire Blast, or we no need to run it. You'd have, yeah, the Shadow Ball, so it still does a solid amount of damage. We're just going to go for that drill run to get the Marowak out of here. And I think they only made the Bone Club here. Okay, they did, so I called it correctly. So farm up one more just so that they don't throw another Bone Club as well. Get the super effective drone coming through, taking out the Alolan Marowak, swapping right away. Doesn't matter what it is, the Abomasnow, hoping we can handle what's in the back, and it's the Toxapex. So we can still handle Abomasnow with the dewgong, but this Scorching Sands, no shield coming through, does about half of Toxapex's health. So we're able to survive the poison jabs enough. Oh, and I caught that too, thinking they were going to catch the Scorching Sands on the Abomasnow, but I was five-heading that play there. This 4 times effective Shadow Fire Punch takes out the Abomasnow, and we're able to get to another Scorching Sands versus the Toxapex. This is what I wanted to showcase. Shadow Magmar taking out a bulky Toxapex with a glass cannon. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on because there will be much more Pokemon Go content to come. Actions like subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing go a long way to boost my videos into the algorithm and notifies you when I upload a new video. Until then, I've got lots more spicy anti-meta content on my channel to check out in the meantime, which also helps too. And join the Discord where you can get help from other like-minded PvPers in the community, chat, hang out, stream some sets, post some memes, and just have fun in a welcoming community where everyone helps each other out. We might be straight out of TMs, but we are not straight out of merch. Check out my merch site with lots of hats, tees, hoodies, mugs, or phone cases with the Arbor League branding. This helps me out too, as we are not yet monetized, so check it out and see if anything piques your interest. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. But until next time, keep your sticks on the ice. I've been ArborAndy, and I'll see you buds in the next one.